We are all packed up and ready to go. Are you packed?
I'm coming to make sure Tippy has food.
Oh, very good. You're such a good mom. Not a very exciting trip like some of the ones that we have been on.
And we have plans soon.
We have exciting plans soon, but this trip is just checking a box. We're headed to Houston to see Shelby's parents because they've been crying about how we don't come and see them as often with all the COVID stuff. So, I don't know. Hopefully we don't just sit around and watch TV all weekend, but we'll see how it goes. It should be roughly 4 hours. I just emptied my tank, which means I literally just went and peed. Ugh, Jesus. Work is all finished up. So, trying to get pumped to go sit in the car for 4 hours. Here we go.
Quit videoing me. I do not consent.
We just made it. The dogs are excited. They're already barking. Getting our stuff out. Are you helping with that?
What?
Getting stuff out?
Rude.
Look at you go.
Normally I like when Madison carries my bag. It was a discussion through the first few years of our relationship and I finally convinced her to do it.
Oh, is that what's happening? Is what you I mean, I guess I can, right? I don't know. We came and like they've got the boat out. Maybe we're
and the building's open. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe we're going to the lake this weekend. We didn't even pack our bathing suit.
I did. You never leave the house without a bathing suit. Also, my parents have a pool, so you don't definitely come here without one. Look at the boobies. They're very excited. What guys? Oh, mom's gonna make me brush you. You need to be brushed. Buddy. Okay, okay. This is dark back up in here.
Yeah, it is. Welcome to Shelby's childhood bedroom.
If you've been following this channel for a while, you've likely seen it before.
Isn't it beautiful?
I mean,
like the vibe?
To be fair, this was definitely not my vibe when I lived here. It was pink and black when I lived here. Like this remains from when I was here. But the rest of this is my mom's doing.
Oh yeah. Her parents are not here, so we're gonna go try and find them and see what they're up to. They're probably getting into trouble
here
somewhere.
Comes my dad on the four-wheeler.
Oh wow, okay. That's how we do it down here, I guess. Oh.
What are you doing?
Okay.
That's my backpack. What are you doing? Hey, what? Wait.
What's up, bro? Why are you riding on the four-wheeler? You're gonna get hurt.
This is gonna be a weird vlog than what you're used to, because we got a few clips on Friday when we left the house to go to my parents. Well, as expected, we did virtually nothing while we were at my parents' house. Therefore, there was nothing to make a vlog out of for you guys. So now, today is Monday, and actually my brother-in-law, you guys have met him here before, Cameron, is going to be helping me bring our new pets to the backyard. We'll get into it. That's what today's vlog is going to be all about. But he went to go pick up from someone on Craigslist. Are you excited? When he gets back, we're going to put it together and then we'll meet some new friends later today. I went to throw a sweatshirt on because it's actually kind of cold out here. But I also want to just walk you through really quickly some of the things that I planted while I'm waiting for Cameron to get back, because I planted these on Thursday. I did record a little clip when I did it because Madison was working. She was editing the last vlog that you watched, so she couldn't help me like do everything. She was trying to get stuff done, and we were leaving for the weekend obviously, so I was like, I don't want to leave all the seedlings in their like cups or whatever, because they're much more likely to dry out in like little plastic containers. So I was like, I'd really like to put them in the ground before we leave for a while in case they die. So I actually ended up planting a lot of our seedlings. I'm just gonna turn around and show you. This is the first bed, the OG bed. You guys know the first one we built, where it all started. Well, I guess our community garden is kind of where it started, but other than that. So we know we have the tomatoes. We put some marigolds around here. There's another one there. But these I planted the other day. Well, not the columbines, they've been planted. These are supposed to help with squash bugs. I've had a lot of issues with those in the past, so got these in as early as I could. The seedlings I planted are 1, 2, 3 bean plants, 1, 2, 3 corn plants and 2 spaghetti squash plants. Oh, and that's a nasturtium down there as well. We'll talk more about this as the garden develops and grows up, but this planting method right here of beans, corn, and squash is like a Native American way of planting foods. Each of these different plants has a different benefit to one another, and so I'm testing that out. We'll see how it goes. It looks like a cat gnawed on one of these corn leaves. Tippy was doing that the other day when I had him out here, so I was a little worried that cats maybe like that, and it kind of looks like that's what happened. What are you doing? You cute? Yeah, so look here. But the rest of them look okay. That's the only one that looks gnawed on. Corn should be a pretty hardy plant as far as I'm aware, so let's see how that goes. Oh, also I should address, I did put some straw down as well as mulch. Right before we left, I was hoping that it would help the soil retain water. We were only gone for 2 days. Well, I think the garden only missed 1 day of watering. Oh my God, Cameron, Jesus Christ.
I'm locked out.
Oh, well, he's back. Anyway, so we'll get to that in a second. He's back now. I think I almost had a heart attack. I was like, who the fuck is walking in the backyard? Anyway, I was concerned about things losing water, even though it's not that hot. It only missed 1 day of watering. Everything was okay except the strawberry. This one right here, he took a bit of a beating. It seemed like it wasn't so happy, but I gave it water and it looks okay now. So I think we're all good. But okay, yes, so that's this bed. Also plugged in a few sunflower seedlings right here. And then, oh, this is all pollen, by the way. Well, there's a few sprouts coming up from my oats and my peas, but this is all pollen from this fucking tree, which is fine. I just want you to know that's what's going on. This is a watermelon. It's going to grow up this trellis, at least that's the goal. And more things are going in here, but not yet. It's not ready yet. And then, oh my God, look at the pollen, y'all. Jesus, okay. And then this is a cucumber. And I think I'm going to put a couple more sprouts of each of those in here because they don't look like the healthiest seedlings. I'm hoping they make it, but questionable. And then we have a few more seedlings in here. And we'll let them get a little bit bigger before we plant them. This is all sunflowers except for these two. I think this is a watermelon and a loofah, maybe. Nasturtiums. These are, yeah, all sprouts and stuff like that. Oh my God, stop scaring me. And the only plant I think we lost while it was gone is the loofah. Well, it looked okay last night because this was all ruffled. Obviously, the outside cats got into it. It looked okay last night, but then it looks like they did it again last night. And now it's not looking so hot. Tippy, stop following me. You're being very sweet. See, I'm scared of Uncle Cameron. He's crazy. Okay, anyway, so that's the little mini garden update. I'm going to go help Cameron get the out of the car. Oh, these are what are these called? I forgot. Oh, this is like a hummingbird flower mix and a bee flower mix.
Wire bag.
Someone asked me this not too long ago why we went with grow bags instead of pots. The truth is the influencer was influenced. Mr. Kevin over at Epic Gardening always like brags about how much he loves grow bags, and so I was like, okay, we'll try it. It looks like they had it sitting around for a while, no?
Yeah, it does. Oh! Oh, I've got my end.
Look, you guys! Me and Cameron definitely still have some little, what do you call it, quirks to figure out because the ground here is slanted. And obviously, also, by the way, we didn't update you on this before we started building, but they didn't provide the instructions. I had to call the people who originally manufactured this and ask them for instructions. They also didn't include any of the screws that we needed, or someone along the way took them out, something. So we basically just winged this whole thing. So not only is it on not flat ground, but we just winged it. It's not like perfect, so we have to figure out those quirks, but it's good enough for the girls to come home to.
Pretty good.
And it looks like this. Cute. I asked her, I said, will a cat carrier be good enough for them? And she said, should be fine. Okay, we made it to the sanctuary. If you guys have been following the vlog channel for a while, you've been here with us before, but basically we're just gonna go back now, try to find Tracy so we can pick up the girls.
He's only like 8 months old.
Wow. Hi guys, I won't get too close.
Oh, yeah. And that's what they do. The breeders will tell you, oh, look, see, she's full grown. They're not going to get any bigger. We'll she'll get off it.
Oh,
That's a rooster.
what y'all doing? If you could crow for my video, that'd be cool. So that's Valentina. One more time, since you want to show off. No? Hi! Oh, you're sweet. Oh. All right, well, there was a lot going on, so I didn't get a lot of clips, but the girls are in there. They're ready to go home. How'd it go, guys? Oh, you're chilling? Just laying down? Why's your mouth open?
All right, we're home.
Here we go. They're making the little clicky sounds. Very cute. It's Madison's turn to meet the girls. We opened the coop so that they could come out, but they're very secure and happy in there, so they haven't come out.
Okay,
But
how
you
did
can
they
go
ride?
Pretty chill. They really didn't complain at all.
That's good. They had like an hour in a car. So
Yeah,
that's good.
they were calm.
Calmer than Tippy.
Yeah, like good cats.
Good cats. Yeah, when Tippy rides, he likes to vomit, hyperventilate a little bit, poo.
He blacked out once.
Tippy likes to stay at home. Let's see what we got here. Oh, wow. Look at them. It's so crazy because last time we went over to Tracy's, it's like there were just so many of them and we kind of looked at them and now they're in our backyard.
They dig little holes.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To lay in.
They're vibing. They look
They're
like
so cute.
They're having a good time. Is it old? Or
One of them
what's
is
their
old,
story?
yes. So people just dropped them off. They got them as little baby chicks, I think she said. Both of them. And once they got big, they realized it was not really what they wanted.
I think that one could definitely help us plant some things around here. Got a nice strategy going.
Yeah, one of them is older, the bigger one. I don't know how, she doesn't know how old exactly, but yeah. So which one's name is which, babe? That's the real question here. I think the big one should be Douglas.
Really?
Oh.
I was thinking the
Look
big
at him
one
go.
should be Val. Seems like an older individual's name, potentially.
Then Douglas?
This is Douglas.
Hold on, I don't even think we've told the vlog what's going on or why here.
Oh, you didn't tell them?
No, I didn't tell them. Here, you tell them. I just want to preface by saying Madison wasn't so stoked about my idea of getting chickens, and this was the compromise we came to.
Compromise we came to was I get to name the chickens, and I named them Valentina because I really like Valentina hot sauce. I was gonna go with Cholula because I like that hot sauce even more, but Shelby was like, out of the two, I prefer Valentina. And then Douglas is a name that I came up with because it's actually the name of my first weenie dog that I ever had.
That was also a girl.
That was also a girl. So it's kind of like a memorial name, I guess. But I'm pretty sure the older one will be Valentina and this will be Douglas. Oh my god. There they are. Holy crap.
Yeah, this is called, I read about it. This is something they call a dust bath. It helps them not have pests and stuff.
Can you pet them?
Yeah, you go pick them up. You don't want to pick them up?
Oh no.
I'll go get her for you if you want.
Okay, you pick her up.
Okay, hold this. You gotta back up. Oh, Brittany picked some kale off of the plant, and she said they really like it.
That's good. Yeah, they were not too fond about that. She's like, back up. Did Tracy already give them names?
She named them after the people who dropped them off.
Oh. You pick it. Nope.
I picked her up earlier. She didn't freak out like that. I gotcha.
Oh, this one's on the move. Hey, watch my toes, little one.
There we go.
This one's feeling frisky.
Here, babe.
Oh, Shelby got her.
I got Douglas.
That's Valentina.
No, it's not.
That's Valentina.
Okay.
Valentina is the older woman.
Is their butts always dirty
That's that one over there.
What? I can't tell. Eventually I'll learn the difference between the two. But they're free range chickens. Look at them go. Just got back for a run, and of course we've got some stuff to do in the garden. We'll start in the garage, of course. What we're gonna be working on today is we're gonna go out front, and we're gonna grab some leaves that we have that I raked up the other day, and we're gonna use them for compost in the garden.
Well, really, it's like mulch, babe.
Compost, mulch. We're gonna take the leaves and we're gonna put them in the garden beds. We got our lovely grow bag here, and then we're also gonna use some of these black pots so that we can collect stuff to take it to the backyard. Really cool in the city of San Antonio is they actually offer compost as a part of our city services. So
For free.
So we're gonna fill our leaf buckets up here, and then whatever we don't end up using, we can actually just throw in our compost, and the city can use that to make compost.
But right now, they're not allowing us to get compost back. Sometimes throughout the year they do, but right now it's not available. So, but they do still compost it.
Which is a win-win. They compost, we mulch, it's all good. Oh. Alright, so we got our grow bag full and we got our 2 black pots full. Shelby's working the camera, so I'm gonna carry everything.
We've also been meaning to get a new spigot for this right here because it leaks. So I put this grow bag under it in the meantime, and my nasturtiums are coming up. The bag basically just catches the water that leaks from here, and they're growing really well. Close this so the girls don't get out.
Oh yeah, they're actually back here free ranging it up at the minute. Now keeping a garden and having chickens is interesting because we've already noticed they like to eat everything in the garden.
Yeah, well, we let them eat the kale, as you can see.
Yeah, they're getting after it over there. They love it. Douglas and Valentina are adjusting very well.
This is the only plant I let them eat, which I'm sure is kind of confusing because I want to be teaching them that the beds are off limits, but it's hard to do because that kale is actually about to go to seed any day now, so it's already bitter. So we're not going to eat it. We have another batch over there that's still good for us, but that is getting really like late evening hot sun, so it's about to start bolting. So I want them to eat it because they love it and because we're not going to eat it. But that means that I'm letting them get in a bed, which is kind of confusing for them at the moment. But we'll start after the kale's gone. So this mulch, I still have extra straw, but I'm going to use it for the girls' coop. So instead, we're just going to lay these leaves basically all around the beds. The other 2 are probably more in need because I have carrots sprouting here and we don't want to disturb them. So just cover the other 2 beds. Yeah, do the distant one first so we don't disturb the girls. They are getting it. So sorry, ma'ams. I'm also feeding them stuff out of my hands every now and then so that they can get used to us touching them. They're not scared of humans, but they won't let you just like walk up and pick them up right now, so.
All right.
So the only plants in here are those 2 and that watermelon. So just be sure not to cover them up.
Sounds good.
If you guys remember, we got this basket on our honeymoon when we were picking apples.
Sure did.
And we said we'd use it as our harvest basket this year. So we have a couple things to harvest. I think most of them are red. And this is one. Well, actually, this one can probably wait another day. I saw some other ones. See if you can find some other red ones. I saw them earlier, but...
There were some red ones over here. Are these ready to be harvested?
This one, see, this one I think I would give to the girls. It's a little funky, which doesn't make it taste bad. Just not my preference. But yes, that one... Pick it.
I'm on
I
it.
give them some cilantro.
Very good. Cameron's feeding.
Wait, there's one more.
Oh, wait, I want to see them go for the cilantro. She's running for it.
Running for it.
Oh, where are you going? He puts them in there. So they get used to eating in there. Don't give it to them out here. Okay, this one, not quite yet. You see any other ones? That's the only really red one right now.
Well,
I
these
did
right
pick
here.
them yesterday. Oh, that one? Yeah, you can get that one. Oh, yeah, I'd give that one to the girls.
They're gonna be eating good.
Let me see it. Yeah, see, it's just a little bit, I don't know. It's probably fine, but you could eat it if you want it. Would you eat it?
No, give it to them.
Hey, you picked this one too early.
No, that's literally the one here that you said you would give to them.
Yeah.
They'll eat it.
Okay, you gotta put it in their thing. Don't give it to them out here.
The other red things that we have to get are actually tomatoes, which is super exciting because I feel like we haven't had the tomatoes in there for that long, but sure enough, there are already some cute little cherry tomatoes right back there. We did pretty good with tomatoes last year too.
It's like the only thing we grow successfully no matter what, every time we try.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a little orange. There's some actual red ones in there.
Tastes great. Do the chickens eat tomatoes?
I'm sure. Yeah, see, those are like red. That's it?
So I think that's all we have for right now.
But I knew I saw some red ones in there.
Yes, this is the harvest.
It's early. It's still cool that we have that and it's this early, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that you could come in your backyard and just eat random stuff, you know?
Look at her. She feels the same.
She's grubbing. They've gotten a lot of playtime today. This is that was their first night here yesterday, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They're doing pretty well. There were no squawks or anything. They seem to be enjoying their coop.
Well, I think they got in an argument with the squirrel.
Oh yeah, I was like upstairs and I heard a bunch of like squawking and I was like, what the heck? And then I heard the squirrel going, you know how squirrels will just like laugh at animals to taunt them? It's like, Shelby, is she angry? And Shelby texted me back and was like, I think she got into an argument with a squirrel. But besides that, they've been doing well.
Well, let's go talk to Brittany because Brittany did some Googling on the vent of a chicken.
Oh.
Brittany and Cameron made dinner, now they're eating outside. What can you tell us about the chicken vent?
So when we got them, Madison kept commenting on their dirty butt. So I Googled, am I supposed to clean my chicken's butt? And so I Googled it and it was like, the vent opens up and the feathers move out of the way so that it can do its business. So a chicken's butthole is called a vent.
And it shouldn't be dirty.
It should not be dirty. If it's dirty, then it means that they've either 1, sat in a puddle, 2, have a respiratory illness, or 3, have a GI illness.
And so Cameron and I decided today that we would try to convince you to clean their vents.
Me? Why wouldn't Cameron do it?
The 2-man drop.
2-man drop.
Yeah, she didn't want to do that.
No, I'm not doing that.
Shelby doesn't do manual labor, guys.
I'm doing stuff out here all the time, but that is where I draw the line.
Yeah, I don't think they would like their vent clean too much. Pretty sure there'd be some.
Look at her looking at me like, what? You talking about my vent?
You know the difference between them yet?
Yeah.
Dark neck is
Yeah, her neck's darker.
Douglas.
No.
Damn it. Really?
Yes.
The dark neck is Valentina. Her neck is pink.
Cameron couldn't even remember what Valentina's name was. He was like, the V. The one with the V.
I can remember Douglas, but the V is still elusive to me.
Ma'am, we have talked about this. Please remove yourself from the garden bed. Go that way. Get off of here. Thank you. Obviously, there's a lot going on around the house right now. There was a lot to get together. It's been kind of difficult to vlog everything that's happening, so we decided we would have a little sit-down discussion with you, some of the questions we expect to get, and things that we should clear up before we wrap up this video.
First of all, we know you're gonna ask, why did you all get chickens?
Yeah, why do we decide to get them? There are a couple reasons, and also because, well, we'll get to a little bit of the caveat of it, because Madison technically didn't want the chickens. But the first reason we wanted to get them is, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we've been putting a lot of work into the garden.
Oh yeah.
And throughout building this garden and trying to get soil for it, which has been quite a challenge, and compost and all that stuff that we're learning about, one of the things I learned about is how good chicken poop is for your garden. Has a lot of great nutrients. They will eat nearly anything, food scraps wise, and it's just really good for the garden. And we're really interested in like regenerative agriculture, real homesteading that is sort of self-contained. So the less inputs we have to go and buy to put into the garden to fertilize it, the better. And chickens were the perfect solution because they never stop eating is what we've learned so far.
Yeah.
And they poop out things pretty quickly. And so it's going to help us cut down on food waste as well as have really, really nutritious compost essentially for the garden.
We also were super interested in the fact that chickens eat anything, which means they're gonna eat bugs that we have laying around. So last year, as you guys remember, or maybe don't remember, but we had a really bad issue with squash bugs. It was a
disgusting.
battle. Like every single day we'd go out there and it's just like so many bugs are on all of our squash that we worked so hard on growing.
We'd have to clean them off every day. The leaves would be covered in little black larva.
Yeah, it was bad. So we're really hoping with them, you know, being able to basically free range in the backyard, that they're able to pick off like any little bugs and stuff and be able to get rid of our squash bug issue.
Yeah, and the other reason is just, you guys might also remember if you followed us back in November, we went to visit an animal sanctuary, which as you saw, we also visited at the beginning of this video where we got them from. But when we visited, I remember telling Madison, if she has a hen, I might ask her about it.
And I don't remember this conversation at all. So a month or so ago, Shelby was just like, I want a hen. And I want the hen to have a friend. And then before you knew it, we had 2 hens.
Madison doesn't listen to a lot of what I say.
That's not true.
It is true. We've had multiple conversations about the girls. And then by the time I was actually talking to Tracy about getting one, she was like, this came out of nowhere. And I was like, no, I've been talking to you about this. But the point is, when we went to see them, it's crazy because she has so many animals that she's having to pay to obviously house and feed and pay other people to help her take care of them because there are so many. And so it just seemed like a perfect opportunity for us to be able to experience something totally new and also help the hens out and help Tracy out because she's got a handful over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are kind of the reasons we decided to adopt them.
And we'll go ahead and plug Tracy right here.
Sarah, I forget what it stands for, but I'll link her in the description. You guys can go check her out. They have a Patreon. We are members of their Patreon. So if you want to do anything like that, definitely check them out. If you're in the San Antonio, Austin area, definitely look to her to adopt any animals, not just farm animals. She has dogs and cats as well.
And then she's also always accepting of volunteers. I don't know if things are different right now because of COVID, but definitely check in with her because like we said, she's running a huge operation there and could always use the help.
Yeah, and I told her, and we've discussed doing like a meetup once things calm down. It looks like within the next couple months we might be able to do it. It might be too hot for most of you who would be interested in doing a meetup, volunteering on a farm here in the next couple months, but I'm super excited with what the world looks like with the vaccine, and that's definitely number 1 on my list of doing a meetup would be volunteering at the sanctuary.
For sure.
And I also have a feeling many of you are going to ask, what are you going to do with the eggs? So I figure we will answer that question. What do you think about it?
I think it is okay to morally and ethically eat their eggs. I mean, they basically poop them out and they don't poop. We basically just go pick them up out of their box every day. They go in the same spot and we wake up the next day and they're eggs. And I don't see that there's anything wrong with that. So
yeah, I think like getting eggs from the chickens wasn't our number 1 concern. Like we said, like the bugs and the compost and like having a whole like homestead essentially, like regenerative system going on in our yard is what the purpose was. And I don't think that even if we were to eat their eggs, we would ever be able to eat as many as they produce. With just 2 chickens, like every day it's pretty much 2 eggs.
Yeah.
And so our neighbors will be getting some. We're also going to dye some for Easter, which as you're watching this, Easter is the next day. So you'll see our Easter vlog next week and we'll dye them with some natural dyes. I think that'll be fun. But yeah, I don't have any moral, ethical, or sustainable or any objections to eating those eggs. When I was a kid, I really liked boiled egg whites. So I think that's something I might do with their eggs, but also give them to like our neighbors and our friends and stuff. But
yeah, I already told our neighbor when we got them, like, dude, you're gonna have a lot of eggs coming your way, and we can also compost eggs.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and the other part of that is, yes, chickens will eat their eggs. I don't know if people know that, but chickens will eat their own eggs because the eggshells are good for them. And so we do intend, if we eat any of their eggs, to give the shells back to them. And there are some concerns with people who keep hens because if you give their shells back to them, they might get used to the taste of them and then they want to eat the ones that they lay. But again, like that's not our main focus of why we have them. So if they eat an egg of their own, then like whatever. But yeah, that's kind of our stance on it. I figure that would be a big question after this, so.
Yeah, so we have 2 chickens, and we're super excited to learn everything about chickens. We've already been learning so much this week. Like, why are they digging those holes and throwing dirt on themselves?
No, I learned that before we got them. I knew a lot of this before we got them, and everybody was like, why are they digging holes? Why are they scratching at the ground? Why are they pecking at each other? And I was pretty prepared for all of that to happen. But yeah, I'm a little bit of a nerd, so.
So it sounds like Shelby's been the chicken expert this whole time.
Not an
and
expert.
I have been learning a whole lot this week because we've only had them since Monday or Tuesday. You guys literally watched like all this week. So it's Friday and this is going up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because again, our weekend was thrown off with going to Shelby's parents last weekend. So
I think another question there people will want to know is what we feed them. What do they like to eat? And so far, having them for about a week, we've discovered they love kale.
oh my gosh, guys. Like, they're insane. All the progress that we've made in the garden has been threatened by the chickens.
Threatened. That was my biggest fear in getting them, that we would have to be very careful with them around the garden.
Yeah, we're going to have to figure out some way to keep them out of the beds because they've been eating up the kale like crazy and been kind of like pecking at everything else. And it's weird because, you know, they walk by stuff and I'm like, oh, they're walking by it, but they have that weird range of motion in their neck. So they're like, and I'm like, I thought you were going to walk past it. You tricked me. They're pretty funny. Definitely keeping us on our toes.
Yeah. So I'm planting a lot of seeds right now to make them their own little patches. There's no way right now that I'll be able to grow enough to meet their demands, especially since we're about to go into summer and it's going to be way too hot to grow greens in general outside.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try. I've planted a lot of different salad mixes, kales, all that kind of stuff to keep them fed. But just like any waste out of the garden is going to go to them, food waste from the house, going to go to them. Yeah, that's what we plan on feeding them.
Let us know if you have any questions. Thank you guys for sticking along with us. We appreciate each and every one of you all. But until next time, catch you later, Maddlebees.
I don't know what you're doing.
We gotta do it right.
Oh, bye.
Hey! You got chicken discussion notes? Where are my notes?
Why didn't you make any notes?
Oh, God. Okay, I'm gonna have to speak from my heart. Ooh, you got your little shirt on, girl. You looking good. I need to take you in somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Because you like to be inside the house.
Okay.